I'm here to talk to you about how the intense breeding of dogs has basically made them not what they're really supposed to be. They don't look like their ancestors. They have traits and genetic diseases that weren't supposed to be in them. And because of what we have done, selective breeding, intense breeding, all that, has caused a lot of issues with dog breeds today. The first example I'm going to talk to you about is the English Bulldog. As you can see from that picture, the bulldog looks a lot different than it does today. They looked more athletic, they had smaller heads, and less skin hanging off their bodies, which is usually how we identify a bulldog. When bulldogs were first bred, it was for bull baiting and dog fights. So yeah, they had to be more athletic and strong compared to what they do now, which is usually going on minimal walks and sleeping on the couch and eating a lot. Now, as you could see from the most recent picture of bulldogs, which is now what you usually see in the modern day, is that it is shorter and wider than how they were 100 years ago. All those traits being bred into bulldogs, they can't even go 7 minutes without stopping and panting and sounding like pigs when you take them on walks. And they also have almost every disease possible now because of selective breeding and how messed up it all got in the middle. I'm going to be talking to you about is the pug. What you just saw was a recent picture of a pug today. Originally, they weren't bred to be so stocky and have such a short muzzle, but now that's along with the smashed in muzzle, they also have a lot of health issues like high blood pressure, heart problems, difficulty breathing, skin full dermatitis, and the curly tail on the end that everybody likes and think is so cute is actually a genetic defect that causes paralysis in a lot of pugs. Almost. Now, the next picture you're going to see is a pug from, again, about 100 years ago, and you can really tell the difference. This might be surprising, but German Shepherds are a very good example of how too much breeding has really ruined their breed and what they were supposed to be. They are known to be medium-sized dogs that are barrel-chested and have sloping backs and are around 85 pounds. But what they were before breeding was 55 pounds thinner and a better stance than what it is today even. Now, this is also a very good example of how selective breeding can be good and positive because from breeding the German Shepherd, they improved their speed, strength, and intelligence and their keen sense of smell, which has really helped everywhere, basically in the police. Now, that all sounds really great, right? Like breeders finally got one right. But actually, they didn't because now a lot of German Shepherds get hip and elbow dysplasia, along with digestive problems, flea allergies, epilepsy, and even chronic eczema. So, although the breeding with German Shepherds went good in some ways, it still made the worst for a lot of them. So, you know the target dog, the one with the bullseye around its eye and it's always on the commercials? Well, that's a bull terrier. And they were bred to be fighters against bulls. They had slim, curved bodies and a more chiseled nose than they do now. Actually, over the years, they have been bred to have a thicker abdomen, and surprisingly, their skull has been mutated to be warped. It's more rounded now instead of a square rectangle shape. Bull terriers are actually known to chase their tail a lot, and we wouldn't think much about it like, oh, they're just a dog chasing their tail. But actually, it's a compulsive trait that has been bred into them. Since we basically wanted to create something that we wanted just because we could, we have destroyed a lot of dog types from what they were supposed to be. A lot of dogs have a lot of health issues, diseases, ones that they were never supposed to have in the first place, but only have them because we were selfish and we wanted to make them something that they weren't, which caused a lot of complications in the breeds today. Most of the dogs don't even do what they were originally bred to do because of how we have made them evolve over the years.